Good morning, traders. Manny Cabrera from MDC Trading Academy with today's pre-market forecast and end-of-week review for April 26th. Today, Friday. Let's look at our news items for today. Remember, it was a very light week in reference to news items that interfere with our trading until this morning that we have a report at 10 o'clock in the morning, which is our revised UOM consumer sentiment. Reference to the market in general, let's look at our daily chart. We see the market with its continual pattern. Again, remember, you see these banners: runs, banners, breaks through, runs, banners, breakthroughs, runs, banner, breakthrough. No difference here. Market creates a banner here after a run. This is actually another banner here. They're not always perfect, but you get the point. Now, market can potentially retrace all the way back here, guys, all the way back to our SMA 20, our 20 SMA at about 28.99. So it can retrace to about this at 28.96. It can retrace back to this area. We have some pretty decent volume yesterday, regardless of the fact that it was a doji bar. But if you notice, we had 3 consecutive days, including opening today, to the downside. Again, off all-time highs. Like I said, you want to know what the future holds, just look to the past. And look what happened here when we got to the past. We did have a retracement closer to the SMA. We ran again to the upside, then we came down, created a double top off the all-time high, and then immediately bounced back. So what's going to happen when we get to the all-time high? We don't really know. Nobody has a crystal ball, but we know that we have two potential areas that we're going to be reaching. We're going to be reaching lower, probably to this 20 SMA, and then potentially back to the all-time highs once we break this resistance area here on 29.3975. As far as volume, of course, we're way below our average volume, which should be 1.1, which is the one that we have the most volatility, that we get the most runs and the most movement. And our ATR is at 20, which is still above 14, but we need a combination of both because one gives us range, the other one gives us participants and speed. Let's look at our projection chart here. Again, this chart is a chart that we just mark out and project into the future, potential areas where the market can be moving around in market, where the market is going to have some sort of reaction once it gets there, and that's clearly seen here. And if you notice, all of these dots here are just price points that were provided by the market objectively, that we've projected towards the front, towards the future, and that's why we see this kind of activity. It helps us to understand where the market can potentially be going, and we know how to make some really good decisions as we're approaching those areas. Let's look at our analysis chart. This is where we start making some key decisions and types in reference to the type of market that we're dealing with and what we should be looking for. Today, our market is opening up between two areas, between our high, intraday high of yesterday, intraday low of yesterday. You see how the market came down. It established the intraday low early in the morning at about 10:30. It ran. It created the high here. It's intraday high, but it came and it retested it a couple of times. And now we are on a downtrend, considering coming to retest the area here. Now, we do have a trend line that comes this way and another trend line that goes this way. We did have a compression in the market between these two trend lines, but the market has clearly broken through those areas. We can see it more clearly here in our trade chart. Our trade chart, once again, remember, we're in between areas. We're between the intraday high and low of yesterday. This is our compression area. We're expecting the market to do either what it's doing now, or break to the downside and come retest here lower. But the market has decided to break through here earlier in the morning towards our intraday high. Let me look at the news here. We do have news. This is all based on news today. That's the advanced GDP and the advanced GDP price index. That's why the market is reacting. It's a pre-market movement that we're reacting to here. So the next potential area, obviously, is the market going to come and try to retest this area here. If it breaks down, obviously, it's going to find some support, clear support right around here. Going to find some clear support right around here, and then potentially lower areas, potentially this area here, and then if it breaks through there, eventually to this area here. So we're expecting an oscillating market today after the retest, for the simple reason that the market, just remember where we are. This is what helps you keep perspective. This is where we are. We're attempting to reach all-time highs. We're coming off these areas. Market's trying to find its footing, so that's why you have the consolidating days. But the market can continue to move lower. It can continue to move lower to the intraday high low from yesterday and potentially break lower to the SMA 20. If it holds, then it's going to come as quickly as it possibly can, regardless of the volume. Slowly churning is going to try to reach the all-time highs once again. Well, thank you so much for listening. Thank you for this week of trading. Let me know if you have any questions. You know how to contact us at info@mdctradingacademy. Thank you and have a great, great weekend.